Welcome everyone to Hindustan Times. This is Sneha Biswas, and today I have the young and talented Alaya F with me. So, first of all, welcome to Hindustan Times, Alaya.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy to be here.
It is always a pleasure to talk to you. And first, tell me, how are you feeling today?
Great. I wake up feeling, these days actually, I've been waking up feeling very energized. So I'm very thankful for that. Because there's nothing worse than days where you wake up and you feel tired after you've just woken up. Then it feels like, what was the point of that long sleep I just had? So today I'm
Yeah.
feeling great, feeling fresh and happy. And it's a working day. I love working days. And yeah, woke up feeling great.
So, Alaya, I recently saw this one video of you doing the elbow headstand, and you made it look so effortlessly easy. Like, I just felt like maybe I can give it a try, but I know I'm going to break my bones. So, you tell me, how did you do it?
Um, Honestly, I do all these things in a very funny way. I see a video or a photo that I like, and I'm like, I want to do this. So I do it. And sometimes I fail very badly. Those very bad fails I haven't uploaded yet to Instagram, but I'm sure I will. I need to have enough fails so I can make a nice compilation of me failing and then upload those. But yeah, it's just a lot of figuring out how some things work, and I'm lucky that I have good back I'm lucky that I have good back flexibility and all of that. So that really
Mhm.
helps in all of these things, because I used to do gymnastics when I was really young, and since then I've always been quite an active person. So luckily, because I'm flexible, a lot of things are very accessible to me. After that, just like building up on strength, and I have a wonderful yoga teacher, so she also helps me out a lot. And yeah, that's how. Nothing specific. I just see something cool and I try to do it.
And do you have any inspiration when it comes to yoga? Do you take inspiration from anyone?
um See, I have a lot of Instagram pages that I like to follow. I so usually most of my yoga inspiration honestly comes from Instagram, which is quite funny because yoga is such a wholesome thing and Instagram is such a social media thing. So actually that's quite funny. But really I do get very inspired by a lot of the things I see on Instagram. I also like following pages that inspire me in a lot of ways. When I see something and I suddenly feel like this is a challenge, I want to try doing this, and I feel like challenges really motivate me in life anyway. So yeah, Instagram, there
So,
are just
yeah, I totally understand. I think social media these days, it really helps, to keep us engaged. So it's just better than scrolling on your feed. So, of course.
and it
Uh,
completely depends on who and what you follow. If you follow
hmm,
things that can enrich your life, or that can motivate you, good for you.
totally. So, my question is, Alaya, why yoga? Why only yoga and not anything else? How did you get hooked on yoga?
I actually do a lot of other things for like exercise and fitness. So I have very bad PCOS.
Okay.
So because of that, to stay fit, to keep my skin good, to keep my hormones in check, to just all of those things, I have to live a healthy life. And staying fit actually is much harder for me than people imagine. People see me looking fit and they're like, it must be easy for you, but it's really not. So I work out like gym. I play tennis. I do dance. I do yoga. I used to do MMA and gymnastics. I used to do Pilates. So I've tried everything and I've done everything and I continue to do a lot of it. What I love about yoga is that firstly, it is a very mindful, peaceful thing. Secondly, it's an incredible workout. Um, and I do it without fan, without AC, without anything. And so I'm just a pile of sweat by the end of it, which is actually such a good feeling, first thing in the morning where you just wake up and you get into this wonderful, wholesome form of exercise. By the end of it, you feel so energized and like, you can take on the whole day. And I love that about it. And so that's really been wonderful about yoga. And that's why I love yoga. But I like doing lots of types of physical activities. I like keeping myself busy and I like switching it up because if anything is the same consistently, then it starts feeling
Yeah.
boring after a point.
Hmm.
What I like about yoga is that I can keep challenging myself and becoming better and doing more and pushing myself harder.
True. And since you just mentioned your PCOS, I would like to tell you that I am someone who suffers from PCOD. So I
That
can,
only, yeah, same thing,
yeah.
yeah.
So I can totally relate to you. You did you get any acne while you were growing up, something like that? Like I had terrible back acne for, I mean, in my case.
Yeah. I mean, my skin weight. So actually, I think I got PCOS slightly later in life, because I remember there was a point in my life where suddenly I started putting on a lot of weight. My skin got really bad, my all of that, and this was around the time when I was in New York. So I think that's when it really, really hit me. Of course, growing up as a child in puberty, everyone has acne and bad skin
Hmm.
and all of that. But when the PCOS hit it, it was much later in life, like when I thought I was done with this whole puberty thing and all of that. But um, yeah, my skin really suffered. Suddenly, I had weight that I had no idea how to lose, because through my life, I never had to really lose weight. I was someone that would eat whatever and do whatever and barely ever exercise, and I used to stay fit. Suddenly, I had to learn all these new things that in life I had never really learned. About like how to really balance your diet but still keep it wholesome, how to exercise but do it in ways that work for your body the best. Because see, I'm not very tall.
Hmm.
So for me, if I do a certain type of exercise a lot, I'll start bulking up, and on me that won't work. I need to lean down my body. So like there are so many things that you just discover with time. And I think thanks to, not thanks to, but because of PCOD, PCOS, it I sort of had to learn these things, and I had to implement these healthy lifestyles that I don't think I would have otherwise. So I guess there was a silver lining in it for me, even though it's unfortunate and it's upsetting.
It is.
But I found a silver lining in it, which was that I finally did have to prioritize myself and my health.
So, any experience you want to share while you were dealing with PCOS? Anything that affected you? Because for me, I'll tell you what. Like I
Yeah.
had back pain, so I remember not wearing anything which was like backless while I was in college because I was so ashamed of my marks. So, anything that you would like to share with us?
Um, I guess just overall everything. I feel like just generally when you start looking very different than what you're used to looking like, and you're not really sure why or how, and then you figure it out and you realize what's happening, there this irritation builds in you whenever like someone takes a photo of you and you look at it and you feel like you're not looking the way you normally look, or
Yeah.
something is off. And even before I was an actor, like I was still active on Instagram and all of that, so I was constantly taking photos and videos and all of
Yeah.
that. So when you suddenly start seeing yourself on your phone or on your photos and you feel like it doesn't look like you, those moments are really scary, because it's so easy to fall into a bad trap there. It's so easy to hate on your body and to hate on all of that and to put yourself down or call yourself fat or ugly or all of those things. That was the big journey for me. It was figuring out how to deal with it in a very positive way, rather than by putting myself down or feeling dirty about it or feeling insecure about it.
I think you have handled it very maturely than I guess a lot of people I've heard from. So talking about it, Alai, you just mentioned that you do so many things. Like I got tired just by listening to you. So how do you manage keep up with all this schedule? Because I mean, we do see you running from here and there. So how do you do all?
Honestly, I listen to my body. Like there'll be months where I'm non-stop in classes and work commitments and all of that. And then if there's a month where I feel like I want to just be and not run around all the time, I will allow myself that. So currently I'm in that phase where I want to do everything and I want to run around. But I think a few months ago I reached a phase where I was like, I just want to breathe for a moment. I don't want to do anything. I want to just finish obviously my work commitments, and also I will never ignore or look away from. Those are always my number one priority. But I mean, like all the other things I do that come from personal place, like
Hmm.
continuing to train all the time, or being fit, or all these other things, I do slip up and I do have times that I feel like this is not what I want to do. But that's okay. You give
Yeah,
your body
sometimes
a
it's
break and you trust your body to come back. So yeah, I just listen to myself.
so is it the same for your like upcoming projects? So you have U-turn, you have Freddy, but then I'm asking you because you debuted and then there was so many waves of the pandemic, so there was a gap, and now a lot of films are releasing. So what do you
Correct.
want for yourself? Like, are you just impatiently waiting for your projects to come out, or you want to take your time?
Um, I mean, all my films are shot and completed, so I would love for them to come out. But I guess everything comes out in the time it's meant to come out. There are so many films that are coming out right now. Everything has to find its correct time slot to be out and to have its moment and all of that. So and the people that I'm working with are wonderful people. They know what they're doing. So I feel like it's not something for me to stress about. Of course, I'm excited for all my work to come out. Excited for people to see me on screen after such a long time now. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep myself busy so I don't focus on the impatience as much. I think that's a large part of the reason why I've suddenly kept myself even more busy suddenly.
Yeah.
An idle mind is a devil's workshop. So I want to avoid that and just keep busy.
Also, you have now moved to a new house, which is of your own, right? So you must be busy
Yes.
right now looking after everything. Like I'm just saying.
Honestly, I settled into it quite fast. I thought it would be very overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually that would have been a very smooth, wonderful journey. I have somehow slipped into this role of running a home with a lot of ease. I surprised myself also. I thought I would be a lot more displaced, a lot more lost, a lot more all over the place, trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
Somehow worked out very naturally, very well. And I think it was one of the best things I've ever done for myself because I've always been an independent person. So this is just another stamp of, you know, me being independent, and I love it.
So we are talking from like right now you're at your new place, right? So can
Yes.
you tell me is there any corner which is your like favorite corner or something like that? Because we do see a lot of your in a lot of your videos and pictures, your house is there in the background. It's
Yeah.
very aesthetic. So
Um, I think my favorite spot in the home would be the room that I've made my glam room slash closet
oh,
area,
that's
which is the
fancy.
one that's all of my videos.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one with the mirror and the pink couch and the cupboards and all of that. So that's where, like, say I have to get ready, like for today with my hair, makeup, wardrobe, all of that. There's a nice setup where makeup artist, hairstylist can set up. We can do it there. There's a so all of that is thought of because that's a large part of my life. Where I'm going to be getting ready because and large teams come in, lots of people are there, it needs to be
Yeah.
accessible. Easy. Otherwise, you have to make like jugaad setups, where you have to like turn a chair towards the natural light and then just sit on a chair. So I thought of all of this in advance. It's also the room where I shoot most of my content because the light in the room is really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably that room because I spend most of my time actually there.
That's nice. And like I said, it looks very, very aesthetic
Thank
in
you.
pictures and videos. So coming back to your diet, Alaya, I want to know what kind of a person you are. Like, are you a foodie or you like to be a little strict with your diet?
I am a foodie. I love food. But I am also, see, I think balance is key. Balance is very important.
Mhm.
Um, as long as you balance it out, you should allow yourself to have whatever you want at the correct time in the right quantity, of course. There will be a time where I'm absolutely unbothered about the quantity, about all of that, where I will just eat and I'll say I'll deal with it later. So I think it's just about balance and also just understanding what your body likes and what your body responds to.
Right.
For each person is different. So it's not like I can give you a set plan that will work for every single person. It absolutely will not. It's all about trial and error and just going online and honestly just researching it,
Hmm.
trying new things, seeing what will work for you. I've never had a dietitian or someone that's given me a diet plan. I've always just sort of experimented and figured out what worked for me and what didn't. Now I feel like that I've understood what works for me and what doesn't work for me. It's very easy for me to bounce back if I've gone overboard for a long period of time, which I tend to do. I also tend to just go into zones where I just don't feel like working out. I want to eat whatever I want. I want to treat myself, reward myself. And that usually happens after a period of a lot of hard work. Then I'm like, I've worked very hard for this much time. Now I just, for a month, I want to just do whatever I want. So I go into those moods. But I think just understanding your body is important. And then you can just eat whatever you want.
And when we talk about celebrity diets and the fitness and all that, there's always a certain I won't call it stereotype, but then you have to, being especially a newcomer, okay, you have to always be on your toes, you look perfect, stay fit. So does it get overwhelming for you?
Um, No, I mean, what a great profession it is, where you have to take care of how you look and your body. I mean, it's wonderful because you have to keep yourself in check. You have to keep yourself fit. In other jobs, if you go to the gym, it's after your work is already done. You have to make the effort to go to the gym and to eat well and do
Yeah.
everything. Here's an ingrained part of the job, so it's great. You have that consistent motivation. For people that aren't actors, I always admire them when they take such great care of themselves. I don't know if I'd take such good care of myself if I wasn't an actor, you know. So in a way, for me, it's a blessing because I have to be accountable for how I look, and it it keeps me in check.
Is there any actor from the industry who helps you to keep yourself motivated?
I feel like anyone that every time I meet people from the industry,
Mm-hmm.
there are moments where you realize why people are so successful. When you meet successful people and you see that there's that one something about them. For everyone, it's different. And you see that one something, and you're like, this is what this person does that makes them so exceptional. So I feel like every time I have those moments and I realize those things, those specific things about people, that always pushes me, because then it makes me think, what is my thing? What makes
Yeah,
me so
exactly.
special? What makes me deserve to be here? And I think that thought keeps me motivated, because everyone that is supremely famous or supremely good at their job or supremely all of that, there's always that one something that separated them from all the other people that were also doing the same thing. So for me, those moments are very interesting, and they differ from person to person. I'll figure what mine is later on. I think people will have to tell me that. I won't know that. But yeah, I think just always trying to be a better version of yourself, I think, is the most important.
And okay, so enough with so much talk about the food and the diet. I want to
Yeah.
know about your upcoming projects. I mean, of course, we discussed Freddy and then U-Turn. So earlier in the year, your mother, Pooja Baby, she said that she's going to be very much involved with the biopic of your grandmother. So I want to know that are we going to see you in it? Is there going to be any chance?
No, no, no. I think that would be very gimmicky. See, I think a story must be told with authenticity and purity. Anything that becomes gimmicky, then that's no fun. Unless like it was something that just naturally flowed into me. Like if it made complete sense for me to be a part of that, that's a different thing. But at this stage, it would be gimmicky. Like for example, if Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar was remade and I played my mom's character, gimmicky. But if I
You
played the other
calling
character,
yourself that?
but if I played the other character, the one that Aisha ma'am played, that would be interesting. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like yeah, no. So I definitely think that stories must be told with as much honesty and purity, and not with a sense of um yeah, I don't even know what you'd call it. But yeah, I don't like when things become gimmicky.
I can tell you speak from your heart.
Yeah.
And
No,
this is the
just
first
that.
time we are speaking. So now my question is, there are so many actors, who are debuting in the South industry. Do you plan to do that as well?
So I've always been open to anything and everything. I always believe in keeping your eyes and your mind open to new possibilities and new avenues and new ways to just expand yourself and learn more and reach a larger audience. Now, whether that's been films, music videos, OTT films, OTT shows, theater, the South industry, anything and everything, I'm always open to. There's nothing I'm closed off to. It's just about the right opportunity coming my way. And when the right opportunity comes, the platform or the way it is, all of that doesn't matter. If the project is right and the time is right, then 100%.
That's amazing. I think we would love to see you soon. And so we are like towards the end of our session. I would just like to close with a quick rapid round session. So I'll just come up. Yeah. So I'll just shoot you the questions. Okay.
Done.
Cool. So here we go. A movie you can watch anytime.
Either Badhai Ho or Thelma and Louise.
Okay. So your favorite actor?
Male or female?
Any.
Priyanka Chopra.
Favorite food or cheat meal?
Favorite food or now favorite cheat meal would be, oh, recently I've been very obsessed with burgers. I don't know what, something or see my favorite meal, cheat meal keeps changing depending on my mood. But current phase is burgers. Like I just look at a burger and I just crave it. So yeah, right
Morning
now that.
person or night person?
Both depending on what I need to be, but I definitely feel much better when I wake up early in the morning. I feel productive and I like feeling productive. So if I sleep late and wake up late, then I feel dirty, like I wake up a little anxious.
Yeah. One thing that you cannot leave your house with?
Without, I cannot leave my house without probably my phone, because constant communication is happening all the time.
And last one, most difficult yoga posture that probably you're still trying to nail?
It's the most random thing. Actually, people are shocked that I struggle with this so much because I can do all these weird things. There's this pigeon position, double pigeon, where your leg go like this on top of each other, you press it down. I think there's some deformity or something, but I'm like that's so painful for me whenever I try to stretch it out. Like I feel lightheaded and I feel like I'm gonna cry. So, and it's actually a lot of people can do it with a lot of ease. So people are always shocked and surprised that I struggle with that so much with pigeon, and double pigeon even worse. Yeah.
I think it will happen to you. You just need to keep on practicing, and we will soon see you doing it. So thank you so much for giving us your time, and I hope you
Thank
have
you
a
so
wonderful
much.
day.